how important, just like I said, for my week, I did not get to create until yesterday. And I did so only because I had to teach you guys this morning and I had to get my stuff together. So accountability for me is huge, but also remembering how much fun it is. And I got stressed out yesterday trying to get my video stuff set up. And then I was trying to use my earbuds because there was a lot of background noise. Then I couldn't move to go grab stuff. I mean, it was just, and I kept going. I kept having to remind myself that this is fun. This is for fun. The whole goal is to have fun. And
the truth is sometimes it isn't.
That's right. And, you know, like I always say, whenever you're trying to go up, there's a battle. There's just a battle. You can sit down on your butt and slide in the pit without any problem at all. But to go upwards is a challenge. And so I just keep reminding myself, push through the obstacles. Remember, it's for fun. Remember, it's for fun. I know everybody's.
I needed to hear all this. I really did, because I'm having that problem too with getting things done.
Hey, Bridget. Hey, Grace again. I know it is challenging because the world, listen, it doesn't matter. Even our small worlds inside of our home with all the things we have going are so packed right now, even for me with just cooking for everybody for the last 2 birthdays and Thanksgiving. So remembering that joy, beginning with the end in mind. And I think you have to remember that sometimes, that when I was out there trying to record my collage, I'm doing these 2 little collages for my grandchildren, but they're more for me because they're to help me pray over them and to help me, and they're prescriptive for them. I want them to see these words and know their grandmother has been praying these over them since before they were born. And I feel like they're going to be something that will be handed down to them. And so when I remembered that, you know, I'm not just making a video for you guys, I'm making something. And Denise, you inspired me with telling me all the different details about your collage in the Jeep and how everything was meaningful, the colors and the different things, you know, the robin for your daughter, Robin's name. Those are precious, intimate things that only you can do and only you can know. And so that's a big part of my artwork. It's not just to make money and pay the electric bill. The electric bill, it's going to get paid, you know, but to do these things that are lasting. So keep the end in mind and try to envision what it's going to look like. And that's hard for me. I have to see it. We're trying to do a commercial build thing, remodel thing. And they start talking about stuff. And I'm like, you got to give me some pictures. I got to be able to see what that color looks like, what that kind of wood looks like. I can't just listen to you. And most of us, I think, are like that because we're visual artists. So, you know, and also get rid of this idea that I just don't have time to do it right now. Peach is probably my hero in this area. She sends me what she works on every day. And I mean, I'm telling you, I know you are just as busy. I've seen you be a caregiver and an amazing friend and on all these art guilds. And she manages to paint every single day. And so, you know, I know it's possible. It's just a matter of getting your mind out of this thing of, I don't have time to, I can't do it. I got to get this done before I can do that. We're visual. And so, you know, I have this little clothespin thing. If you don't have it out in front of you, if you don't have a goal set, you don't have a plan, if you fail to plan, you might as well plan to fail. Goals are very important. And every time I would go to a workshop, I would come back and I would say, I'm gonna have studio hours. I'm gonna start painting. I'm gonna do this. And I would do really good for about a week. And then I would fall off the wagon every time. So visual is important. Last year, several of my students did a vision board for themselves and they put it up in their studio. And then I loved this. This was, again, from that Artist Helping Artists blog, and it was successful habits of a successful artist. And I love this. It says, I get a sense of satisfaction and reward from ticking things off my to-do list. And that's what a have done list is all about. A have done list is a record of everything you did in a day or a week. It might be small, you made the bed. It might be big, you made a huge project proposal. Everything counts. Now, I always thought I was cheating when I would run back and put something on my to-do list and then cross it off because I forgot I did it and I forgot to put it on the list. But this is telling us that somehow seeing all the things you did, it perpetuates your feeling of just doing and encouraging yourself. Wow, I'm on a roll, instead of, oh, I didn't get, look what I didn't get done. That's what's in my mind all the time is all the things I didn't get done. And additionally, it says when you fall behind or skip a few days of work on your goals, it's easy to focus on that, to dwell on all the reasons you're not capable of meeting your goals. Maintaining some kind of list or chart for our goals helps us maintain a positive perspective on how we're doing. Key. If I skip a few days of exercise, I feel a lot more motivated to start again when I look at how many days I fit in before that and what a great role I was on. Then rather than what I focus on what I haven't done. And maybe you're not a list maker. Maybe that you don't like making lists, but I think it's definitely a good thing for me.
I try to make lists, and this is how my mind works. I try to make a list. I'll look at it. I'll do it like you said for a little while, and then I misplace it and forget where it is, and then I get off. And I got like tablets of lists because I'll say I'll take whatever's off that list and put it on that I didn't do, and then it's just crazy how my mind works. But I am going to get there. I really am.
That's so honest, Jackie, because that's exactly it's kind of like one more thing to do to make a list. But I want to tell you, every now and then, if I do write down everything I've done, I will just go, you are superwoman. You are, whoa, look at you. And that's not a boastful way. That is just giving myself credit. And actually, I thank the Lord for giving me the energy to do what I need to do. So it becomes a gratitude exercise for me to say, wow, instead of focusing on, oh, my hands are hurting or what I didn't get done. So I don't know. I just want to challenge us to take a few minutes, even at the end of your day, to jot down everything you got done that day. And even if you just have a little notebook by your bed and you jot it down, just to say, wow, you're pretty good. You're okay. I think God thinks that about us anyway, all the time. And we just forget that. We just see our lack in our area where we're not doing as much. Michelangelo said, Lord, grant that I may always desire more than I can accomplish. And that's a trap too. It's wonderful. And I push myself that way because I want to keep getting better. I want to keep learning more. I want to keep, doing more and more and more. But if I'm constantly feeling like I'm not getting it or doing it enough, it has it's a detriment to me. So the study I just finished called Chasing Vines talks about examining fruit. And it talks about how the vineyard keeper, the vineyard dresser has to go through and examine the fruit and find out what's going on and see how well it's doing. And it's okay for us to examine the fruit in our lives and see how we're doing. And give thanks for that. They had these big parties in the vineyards when they were clipping the clusters of grapes off. There was dancing and singing, and there was just this rhythm to that celebration when they would pull the fruit off. So don't rob yourself of looking at what all you are getting done. It said, be realistic with your goals, but every former soldier turned artist developed a war room with a strategy plan for his art. He posted his goals mapped on the wall as if going to war. And I think that that's a key thing, is to have some goals. Even when the York adult education that Cindy found us through, they needed my classes through April next year. So that pushed me to go ahead and make up my studio plan for the whole year. And I want to tell you, I felt so good when I got that done. I went ahead and started PowerPoints for 4 or 5 of those classes. I just started them, named them, and got them going. And it just propelled me. It just gave me wings to my creativity and my excitement for the new year. And I think we need that right now. I think we need excitement about what's ahead instead of the gloom and doom that we've and the fear, that's been circulating. Oh, the economy is going to crash, and all the different fear things that have been swirling around. Here's another one.
Can I share?
Yes,
Can I share
Jackie, jump in there.
just I really love this, because this is not only that we get to do art together, but we get to express ourselves and feel like it's a safe place to express.
She'll have us, and I know she will.
We need to have lots of parties after this is over.
We do.
I want to have one here too.
We do.
We're Latinas. Genesita's not here, but we will have a party, and we know how to have fun.
These are the party gals, if there ever was
We
one.
always like to have fun.
Yes, but we're okay. Don't do everything that comes your way. That's another really important thing. That is so important. Painting needs to hold a high place on your list, and develop habits that will help you stay on track. And I think that's really, really key, is you have to stick to those. It takes a while to develop a new habit, but plan your time like you do everything else. I mean, you brush your teeth every day. There's certain things you do every day without fail. You put your deodorant on, you eat breakfast, you do lots of things. You can make this a part. And several of you are great examples of that. And in mind, put first things first. And I think I love this picture. Keep your studio area, or even if it's a table in the kitchen, try to keep it conducive to creating art. This is Francis Bacon's studio. It's two different pictures of his studio. So I don't think that was just a one moment that they caught him. So again, also having the right tools and art supplies. It can get expensive, especially if you hang out with Denise Klein and Jean Parker too. And that's the wonderful thing, is figuring out, how to do it with what you have. And I loved, Shelley talked about that too last week, of just using what you have and not having to run out there and buy a bunch of stuff. So, but the bottom line is, really, I tell my students, if you could buy yourself 5 really good brushes, and don't kill yourself by working on terrible canvas boards or something that are going to warp on you later if you're going to make a masterpiece. Your oil paint can last you for years and years, unless you're doing huge paintings. So it really doesn't have to cost a lot of money. You can do it on a budget. But what you have, I've learned this from my husband: buy good quality, and it will last you. Take care of your brushes. I have brushes that are 25 years old.